Hello and welcome to the Stevie P channel for another episode of Stevie P Hot Takes. Today we're talking about is the Sharks or was the Sharks takeover? Has it been a failure? And in my opinion, yes, very much has been a failure. MVM Holdings took over the Sharks in January 2021, which means that in a month's time, almost to the day in fact, it'll be 3 years since the consortium has purchased a 51% stake in the Sharks. And the question is, 3 years down the line, where is the success? The honest answer, there isn't any really. Commercially, yes. Very cool new rebrand, a bunch of new sponsors, for example, Rock Nation. But where's the proof in the pudding, And this is an example for me of how not to do a successful takeover. In the future, maybe this will lead to success, but in terms of instant success, it's not quite worked. They've gone with the Galacticos approach. They've gone and tried signing all these big name players, and it has not translated into trophies at the end of the day. The second season, which was always going to be the important season, the first season they go and they start bringing in all these players. They bring in Bongi Manambi. They go and sign Sia Khaleesi. They bring in Eben Etzebeth. They bring in these sort of big name, sort of high profile players. They bring back Ranyas from Rensburg to the country, for example. They go to the Lions and they take Vijay Tsuka. They take Karu Sadi. They go in and sign this brilliant sort of core spine of a team which has got like 12 current Springboks in it. And yet, they've gone backwards. Before COVID and Super Rugby, the Sharks were one of the best sides in the competition. Since then, we have not seen a Sharks side compete at all when it comes to a URC or the likes. And in fact, the second season has gone so badly that they actually didn't even get Champions Cup qualification, which has to be an absolute minimum. We're talking about a Sharks side which has not progressed any particularly far in any sort of knockout stages since then. They're currently in the Challenge Cup, and now in the third season, they're sitting second from the bottom of the log. And I think this needs to be a big warning to any sort of potential equity partners that you cannot buy instant success within this model. The Sharks are busy looking at a rebuild 3 years after one of the biggest rebuild rugby's ever seen in terms of, big name signings, big name players, a phenomenal squad, big name coaching additions, and it just hasn't worked. And I think they've now realized why it hasn't worked, but it's interesting because I think this is going to become a case study of what not to do, which is the last thing that they would have liked to have seen. It looked very cool. The concept was great, but it just has not worked. The big question is, can they get it right? And more importantly, when other sides try and do this kind of thing, how do they get it right? Well, there's no easy answer to that. The Stormers have just been bought by, or had agreed an extra deal, so I suppose we have to wait and find out if they can get it right. Let me know what you think. Was it a flop? Down in the comments below. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well, and I'll see you guys next time.